This is going to be slightly interactive. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. And this is what we are going to discuss today. The real risk is not learning to switch your fog lights on. So, how are you all doing? Great?
Yes, sir.
Doing well?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Now, doing well or living well in life means different things to different people. Let's explore what it means to us. Alright, shall we? So I'll make some statements and I want your support. If you agree with my statement, just raise your hand. It's as simple as that. Will you?
Yes, sir.
Great. So living well is about waking up to beautiful mornings after a good night's sleep. You agree? Wonderful. Living well is about going to work with passion in your heart. Wow, I am going to work. That counts? Wonderful. Living well is about this. Experiencing this with your loved ones. Nature, birds, trees, ocean. It counts? Wonderful. Living well is about leaving your imprint in this world, your legacy, through your good work. It counts? Great. So now we have a common understanding about what living well means. But if truth be told, out of 8 billion people on this planet, not many are able to live their dream life. Shall we explore why? Not everybody is able to live well like this. Okay, imagine you are driving a car, you are in a fog, and you don't have fog lights. So what are the possibilities you can encounter? First is, you are driving, okay, you drive and you reach your destination late. That's the first one. Second one is, maybe you don't make to your destination, you compromise and you stop. Logical? And third one is, God forbid you, bang, crash. Now the same thing happens with our life also. Because life has this uncanny ability to introduce fog in our path. And if we don't deal with that life fog, again same three things can happen. We can reach that life destination but late because we are in fog. Or we compromise, we never reach our life destination, we just accept whatever is coming. And third, we mess up, we crash. But what exactly is this life fog? Right? And why are we talking about it and what can we do about it? Now to give you an answer to that, I have to tell you a bit about my journey. And my journey is this. This is me when I was born. And I was born a super rich guy. I was super rich guy because I arrived with bags full of, not money, love. Right? Why? Because I took birth in a very loving family, fantastic set of parents, very loving parents, grandparents, cousins, uncle, aunts. It was a madhouse. My childhood was a bliss. In high school, I met this girl who is now my life partner. And then life moved forward, engineering college, followed by IIM, then working in the corporate world for 15 years across large organization, then becoming entrepreneur, founding my own startup. It was all set. I was flying high. Great. Till the time this happened. A plot twist came in my journey. And the plot twist was the fog. The fog which came in my life, which I didn't realize what is happening. And this was my life fog, if I tell you about that. My life fog comprised blindness, mania, addiction, and deafness. All four together. Looks slightly intriguing. What am I talking about? Let's explore. The first part was blindness of my own ambition. I was very ambitious, super ambitious. My startup should be the best startup. I was blind to everything else in my world. Second part was approval mania. Approval, seeking approval from the world. It was very important for me. Oh, here is a man in the world of boys. That was second part of my fog. Third part was unconscious addiction to social media. Why unconscious? Because I had to grow my business. I didn't even realize that I was so much into it that my real world relationships, they are left behind. You know? And it happens very automatically, naturally in today's world. You know what I'm talking about. And because of all of this, I became deaf to my own inner self, to my inner voice. Why am I here? What do I really want? Success, money, that's all. Right. So much so that when I was flying high in that entrepreneurial road, I could not find time for my own father, who was under hospice care. I loved him, he loved me, I was a good son, but I did not have time, because I was fogged, that blind ambition, I was good at this war. One night, my wife woke me up at 1 a.m. and she told me, go and sit with Pa. And then there was a tone-deaf silence. That silence told me everything. It made me naked in front of me, my soul naked. I realized, where am I standing and what am I entering into? And I entered into my father's bedroom. I spent the entire night with him. I held his hands. But next morning he passed away. But not before kind of conveying to me, everything is okay, it's okay, son. It's okay. But no, it was not okay. I was not okay. How could it be okay? The person who is going from this world is holding the hand of the person who is left behind, and it's okay. But love has such great power that love of my father, love of my family became my savior. Because it told me I needed serious course correction. The road which I had taken may be lead to success, but that's not everything. I had to change that road. So I sold my technology startup. I went to travel across India. I went to Ladakh, Leh, I went to all those places, all those temples where you go when you want to find solace in your heart. Essentially, I took a journey inside myself to find answers to the question which were plaguing me, which were very painful to me. Answers started coming, the fog started clearing, the fog light started twinkling. And then I realized, during that period of my life, and that period of my life sowed the seeds of what I am doing now, personally and professionally at my work. I realized that we human beings divide our life into compartments, personal, professional. But life is only one. And we cannot create a beautiful symphony of our life unless we blend this personal raga and the professional raga, then only we can create that symphony. But the problem is that the fog actually comes over there. And we have to take care of that fog. Now you are pretty young. If you take care of these 4 things, which I have discovered, which is something which I believe the essence of dealing with the fog of my life, and could be for you also, these are the 4 things. First is dealing with the fog of misaligned behavior. What does that mean? My behavior in my family, with my team members, with anybody in this world is meaningful to me. So I did not align my behavior with that person. That creates a dense fog in our journey. Second thing is developing genuine curiosity towards people. Genuine is the keyword out there. Hey mom, how are you? Dad, how are you? Success, money is not everything. Genuinely curious about people and about life. That's the second part of dealing with the fog. Third is moving from personality to essence. Now we human beings are like glaciers in the sea of life. And a glacier, an iceberg, has 98% of its essence inside. We have such a beautiful essence inside. We can nurture it. So that's the third part, moving from this all personality to essence. That's the third solution to deal with the fog. And the fourth thing which I discovered was listening to inner voice. A pause, taking a pause, so that you understand what life is about, where are you heading to. And why this is important? Because essentially, whether you are an individual, whether you are an organization, whether you are an NGO, whether you are a family, the pursuit is the pursuit of happiness. That's the only thing which everybody wants. But sadly, this is what we have become. An insatiable monster running for success at the expense of things which are really very important in life. Now, Gallup organization did a survey. They had a World Happiness Report, and they said that there are 7 things which impact happiness the most, which are caring and sharing, sharing meals with others, living with others, connecting with others, supporting others, trusting others, and giving to others. Now, individuals, organizations who do this, they are happy, and that's what this report actually says. Now, doing this is not easy, obviously. It doesn't happen like that. An individual or a couple or a team sits under some magical bodhi tree and become Buddha. And okay, fine, everything is fine. Life doesn't happen like that. Why doesn't happen like that? Because of this. Because caring, sharing, living, connecting, clouds come over there. The fog comes, fog of money and material success, fog of addictive social media, fog of I know it better than you, fog of I want more and more. But to remove all these fogs, what you need to do? Only one thing, and which is the real life risk. Inability to identify what is the fog of my life and switching on that fog light. That is the key to living a happy life. Now, and the sooner you do this, the better it is. The reason being is, one day what's going to happen, you are going to look at yourself in the mirror. And that person from the other side of the mirror is going to tell you one of these two things. First thing it could tell you is, why did you not do something when there was time? We could have arrived at some different place. Life could have been different. But if you make the right choices along the path, the same image of yours could also say, bravo! What a wonderful life you led. But it depends upon the choices you are going to make. Now, I know somebody who made right choices throughout his life, which was Bruno. Bruno is our 14-year-old beagle. He lived for 14 glorious years, and on his birthday this year, he was diagnosed with tick fever. And unfortunately, he passed away on 28th of August this year. Now, he lived a wonderful life, and most of the happy moments in our family, in our house, had Bruno in the picture. Now, he loved us and cared for us much more than we loved and cared for him. And his life actually told me that the real measure of life success is giving that gift to others, which is beyond words, which is beyond money and beyond anything like that. And Bruno was a master in that. He taught us much more than what anything else in life can actually teach us. Now, in the end, I would like to leave you with painting a picture. It's a poem I wrote long back. It's called The Man and the Sparrow. The man could be anybody, could be me, could be you, could be one of us. And it goes like this. As a year fades by and another unfurls, as some dreams die and some fulfill, as life plays on its ceaseless games, bringing sorrows and some acclaims, sitting under a tree and a man ponders alone, did I live well or could I have done more? I started out with promises to keep, but did I swim shallow, avoiding the deep? I ran my best and I aced the race, then why in my heart I don't feel solace? As he walks on the trail of his endless thoughts, a sparrow comes and sits on the treetop. It says, oh man, you listen to me. You ran and you lived, but you could seldom be. Life means nothing if you fail to see that living is not just going from A to Z. Things you think that are an essential must, in the end they are nothing but a fuss. So follow your heart, which knows the best, that from dust we come and in dust we rest. So today when you go home, just think about this. What do I want my life to be? The script which I am writing day by day, is it repurposing my life into the canvas of my dreams? Am I creating that dream life for myself? And if the answer from your heart comes no, don't worry. Just take a deep dive inside and do whatever it takes to switch your fog lights on. Thank you so much.